So, hey guys, Chauzu here. So I haven't talked about the metal exchange for a while, so I thought I'd do it this month because there's quite a few good new units. Some are permanent, quite a few of them have pretty good support. So I'm going to point out things you should buy, and I also talk a bit about support in general, as well as how you should spend your resources in the metal exchange. But yeah, we can start with the stuff that will be going away pretty soon. Let's see if there's anything you should get here. The Sanji is very valuable. Like, he's a decent unit, but the main reason you want the Sanji is for the Komurasaki support, and this can be put on Hiyori, and as you know, Hiyori has at least one very good legend, and since this can be put on Hiyori, it means you can put it on the Toki legend and stuff like that, and you get a free chain lock, very valuable. Frankie, also very valuable, since you can remove 1 turn of damage threshold. Both Usopp and Hiyori can use it, so that's a wide range of units. We also have Usopp, who is not super important. I've never used his support or special, so no high priority here. But yeah, that's it for this month. We have a few hours left, so make sure you pick up the Sanji and Frank if you don't have them. If you can only do one, probably Sanji, but Frank is also very valuable. It's very hard to decide, to be honest. You should get both, to be honest. But let's talk about the upcoming month. So we're going to be getting some legends as usual, so let's start with that. In my opinion, especially if you don't have a lot of medals, you should not really be buying legends, at least, especially not the expensive ones. Like this month is a bit special because we know how valuable Hiyori is. I can understand if you don't have her, it can be tempting, but let's be real, you will be pulling Hiyori very soon. She is on at least one big Sugo every month. Eventually she will be on a Super Sugo where you decide to pull hard, and it's very unlikely to not pull her then. It will probably happen like in the upcoming Super Sugo we expect to come in July. Then we have New Year, we'll probably Sugos in between as well you want to pull on. So just don't buy these super expensive units, and remember that 600 medals lets you buy 6 rare recruits. Like, that's insane, and there will be a lot of valuable rare recruits you will want to pick up. What I can recommend spending on if you have the extra medals is the 150 legends. Like, both these will very likely get 6 pluses soon, both V1 V Rebecca and V1 Shirahoshi Manchuri. So buying dupes, let's say you lack 4 dupes. Like, if you buy 2 of V Rebecca's, you only lack 2. If V Rebecca gets a Super Evolution, you will get 2 from PvP, and you know you will finish them. So just something to keep in mind. Like, it's possible that one of these will even get a Super Evolution in July. And as always with Metal Exchange, you should never buy anything until the end of the month, just so you can make the most informed decision. You can see what's coming the next month and stuff like that. But yeah, let's go into the limited stuff. We're getting 3 treasure map rare recruits. The first one was a bit random. This is from the treasure map Vivi batch. No, treasure map not. Yeah, this is from treasure map Nami. I'm confused. But basically we had a treasure map where we got rare recruits for like all of Nami's biggest antagonists, or however you should put it. We got Khalifa, we got Arlong, and Miss Doublefinger. So that was a pretty cool batch. We only got Khalifa here though. Sadly, she's not good at all. Reduces damage threshold and damage reduction by 3 turns. She has no support, so unless you're a collector, this is a pretty easy skip. The other are very good though, Vivi. Like, as a unit, she has a usable special that can give you call affinity for 2 stages. But the main reason you want Vivi is for her support. I see we can't look at the evolved Vivi here, but let's look at Vivi and Perona in game then, because I have both. If we look at the Vivi here, there she is. Here's how we will look in her full evolved form. Her support can be put on any free spirit unit, and you get a free 1.3 times color affinity when you use a special. Amazing support, especially since a lot of side units are free spirit and they don't have any color affinity support at all. So often you end up using Vivi either for like free spirit or psi, so very useful in general. So I've used Vivi a lot. I've also used Perona a lot. This is the one. Her special itself is also pretty good. You reduce attack down and you can get a self-proc death down conditional if you have 5 free spirit units on the team. But support is the big thing, can be put on Zoro and Mihawk. And if you use a special, you can get a 1.5 times death down conditional for 1 turn. I use this a lot against Grand Voyage. Morgan, for example, put him on Zoro. You can use this with V2 Mihawk, who with level limit break gives death down when you tap with him, and then you can take advantage of that with a death down conditional. But yeah, just having a support to get conditionals, very useful. So I can definitely recommend. If you have to prioritize, I'd go with Vivi though. Other than that, we're also getting class units added. I think this is new. We can take a look at this month just to double check. But yeah, these units were called LRR before, or limited rare recruits. Yeah, oh, they are already here. We had a few of them, they added more. Okay, now I'm on board. I'm not really paid a lot of attention to the medal exchange. But yeah, they've added 3 new ones. We already had Law, Moria, and Kinemon, who aren't the most valuable. Kinemon is decent. Law is decent just because it's a Law unit with good support. Also a good sailor to reduce paralysis. Moria pretty much useless. But the 3 new ones are pretty good. I forgot that Alwida is considered a limited rare recruit. Like, she was the last limited rare recruit before we moved over to Kisuna rare recruits, if I remember right. So Alwida, pretty good. I think I said Hina, I mean Alwida of course. Reduces death up resilience by 7 turns, damage reduction, and you can get a pretty high free spirit call affinity. Like when this unit released, 2.25 times call affinity was like the highest in the game. It was pretty insane. So she was on like a lot of max damage teams, stuff like that. But obviously not as good anymore. The support is really good though. Supports all of the buggy pirates. You reduce death up by 2 turns to get a matching orb. Very good. There's quite a few good buggy units, so I recommend picking her up eventually, like when you need her or something. Like, she should be permanent, so no rush. Bonnie, very good unit. When she released, she was like one of the best rare recruits in the game. She's not now, but she's a good unit to have. But since she's permanent, you can just try and keep her in your heads. If you ever need her, you can buy her. One you should try and buy ASAP though is Tashigi. Like, sure, her special is pretty good, chain lock, remove attack down, stuff like that. But the main thing is her support. So you can take a look at that here. She can be put on Zoro and Smoker. And you reduce 2 turns of attack down when inflicted on you. And you also change some orbs to matching. Very good support, use it all the time. It's very cool that she's finally basically free to play. Anybody can buy her. I recommend doing that for sure if you can. Since we're all talking about the medal exchange anyway, let's take a bit of a look. We have some summer characters as well. None of these are very good. Just buy them if you're interested in them for collector's purposes. I do have all of them, of course. And I thought we'd talk about these supports as well, because This can either be for future purchases, but more realistically, try and remember to keep a dupe if you pull them. Some of these is good to have 2 copies of. If we start with Lafitte, at level 5 he removes Bind the Spear and remove SFX, but at level 1 he just removes Bind and the Spear, so if there is remove SFX, it won't stop you from removing Bind the Spear later. Not the most useful, but why not keep a dupe just in case. Kobe, not worth, I think. I never looked at his level 1 though. Yeah, not good to keep. Raizo though, should definitely keep a level 1. At level 5, you remove Paralysis Special Bind by 2 turns. Level 1, just Paralysis, so if you want to remove 1 turn of Paralysis final stage, but there's Special Bind on stage 4, you need this support. I've used this for some team, for some point event, I think. Sanji, pretty similar. Level 5, you remove Paralysis the Spear by 2 turns. Level 1 is just Paralysis, you can keep it for later. Kanjuro, pretty similar. Level 5, Bind the Spear, but level 1, it's just Bind. You can keep Bind removal for later, potentially. Let's see if I missed anyone potentially useful. I think that's the last one of these. There are a few others like these, like V1 Cat Legend, for example. Very good to keep a dupe. Corazon, good to keep your dupe. Some examples to keep in mind. But yeah, that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.